Hello and welcome to Capping Corner. Today we're going to talk about the Lexington Stakes. It's on Saturday and it's the last race of the Derby Trail. So let's get going. I don't have the morning line with me, but I assume Bullard will be the favorite based on the company that he has kept. Now let's take a look at the San Vicente effort. Bullard is the one in the white bridle in third. He's making a move. Barnes is in the lead and Mackenzie Street is on the inside. And Bullard is going to swing to the outside, and it seems like he's going to make some kind of run at Barnes, but then he flattens out, and he just spins his wheels with Matticat Road and Mackenzie Street. And I don't know what happened here. Maybe he doesn't want to route? I'm not sure. I don't think you can assume that, though, off of one race. And again, he was facing tough company. Barnes is a tough horse on his good day, and Matticat Road is pretty good, too, so I don't want to knock Bullard too much for fading back to third in this race. I want to give him another chance, but I'm not going to make him my preference on top. I'll make him maybe my second choice. And I do wonder if he's fit enough to win this race. He hasn't raced since January, although he was preparing for a race at Fairgrounds in February. I still think there's some concern over the layoff. Let's talk about my top choice. Praetor might be the second choice on the morning line, or the third choice, I'm not sure, but he might be the safer choice. This one has route experience, although they came in one-turn miles, and his recent return win showed him winning an optional claimer at a one-turn mile at Gulfstream. Let's take a look at that race. We catch him turning for home, and Praetor's on the lead. He's opening up, and I know there was nothing much in this field. It's an optional claimer. It's a return race, though, so it was just meant to get him back into the flow of racing. And boy did he. He opened up on them by several lengths, and he's doing it mostly on his own. The jockey isn't even touching him as they cross the wire, and I thought it was a great return race. And what I like about his form is that two back before the layoff, he actually beat Sovereignty, and Sovereignty will head into the Kentucky Derby as one of the main contenders even after the second place finish in the Florida Derby. And so I know there's quality in this colt. And the fact that he came back and won by 7.5 lengths is a great sign. And he has speed. And it's a small concern that Rolando is in this race, so he will have to deal with other speed. But at least Praetor's on the outside, and he has the option of sitting off the speed, rather than being on the inside and taking all the pressure. So I do like the number 7 post position for Praetor. He can cross over and join the leaders. And I think he will overpower them on the turn, and hopefully hold off any closers that come. Praetor's my choice in this race. Let's talk about two more horses. Hypnus had a lot of hype coming into the Rebel Stakes and Louisiana Derby, and I couldn't understand why, because his maiden win was only fine. It was on a sloppy track, and his win was aided by the pace. And then he came into those Derby prep races, and every public handicapper was on him, and he disappointed each time with a 7th place finish. This could be a different situation. Now the blinkers come on, and he drops down in class to the grade 3 level, and he switches to Louis Size for his jockey. He could improve in this race. I don't know if the hype is still on him from public handicappers, but I will put him underneath, maybe in second or third, and maybe he will improve in this spot with more tactical speed, I hope, and maybe he could be closer as they round the turn. Lastly, let's talk about Gosker. Gosker broke his maiden on February 15 at Gulfstream. It wasn't a special race or anything. It wasn't a special effort. He won by a length and a half over Pitkin. It was a fine effort for a horse making his second start. What I like about Gosker, though, is his pedigree. He has a fantastic pedigree for going longer. Let's take a look at his pedigree on Pedigree Query. You can see Nyquist on top. Nyquist won the Kentucky Derby in 2016. And on the bottom is Archer's Gal Edith, the dam for I'll Have Another. I'll Have Another won the Kentucky Derby in 2012. And the Preakness that same year. That makes Gloria S. a half-sister to I'll Have Another. And you can also see Tappet as a dam sire for Gloria S. Tappet is a sire of many Belmont Stakes winners. There is so much distanced blood in this horse that he can only get better as he goes longer. And he's going a little longer in this spot, a mile 1/16. I'm still worried about the class hike from a maiden win to a grade 3 on the Derby Trail. I know it's the last race, it's a grade 3. And it's not as hard as a normal Derby prep race in March or early April, but I still think it's a concern. And going from a maiden win to a stakes race is never easy, and there will be many public handicappers picking this horse. I think he'll be overvet, but I still want to put him underneath because he has plenty of potential. Gosker may be my fourth choice in this race. So I'm going to make Praetor my top choice. He has route experience, he's making his second start of the year, so I know he's fit, and he has speed, but I don't think he needs to be on the lead. Praetor is my top choice for the Lexington, and I'm going to make Bullard my second choice. I respect the company he has been facing out west, and Hypnus could improve with blinkers, and Gosker could improve in his third start. I just think you should be careful with Gosker because going from a maiden race to a Derby points race is no joke. Even though this is only a grade 3, I think it's a difficult step up, and I do think a lot of people will be interested in betting Gosker, so I don't know about the value there. But Praetor's my top choice. Thanks for listening to my Lexington Stakes analysis, and I'll be back soon with another video covering the Derby Trail.